Cultural contribution of the Deccan states. Medieval India, chapter number 14, page number 182. The Deccani states had a number of cultural contributions to their credit. Ali Adil Shah, 1580, loved to hold discussions with Hindu and Muslim saints and was called a Sufi. He invited Catholic missionaries to the court even before Akbar had done so. He had an excellent library to which he appointed the well-known Sanskrit scholar Vaman Pandit. Patronage of Sanskrit and Marathi was continued by his successors. The successor of Ali Adil Shah, Ibrahim Adil Shah II, 1580 to 1627, ascended the throne at the age of 9. He was very solicitous of the poor and had the title of Abla Baba, or the friend of the poor. He was deeply interested in music and composed a book called Kitab-e-Nauras, in which songs were set to various musical modes or ragas. He built a new capital, Nauraspur, in which large number of musicians were invited to settle. In his songs, he freely invoked the goodness of music and learnings. Saraswati. Due to his broad approach, he came to be called Jagat Guru. He accorded patronage to all, including Hindu saints and temples. This included grants to Pandharpur, the center of worship of Vithoba, which became the center of Bhakti movement in Maharashtra. The broad tolerant policy followed by Ibrahim Adil Shah II was continued under his successors. The important role played by Maratha families in the service of Ahmednagar state has already been mentioned. The Qutub Shahs too utilized the services of both Hindu and Muslims for military, administrative and diplomatic purposes. Under the Ibrahim Qutub Shah 1580, the Murari Rao rose to position of Peshwa in the kingdom, a position which was second to that of Mir Jumla or Wazir. The Nayakwaris, who formed the military landed elements, had been a power in the kingdom ever since the foundation of the dynasty. From 1672 till its absorption by Mughals in 1687, the administrative and military affairs of the state were dominated by the brothers Madanna and Akanna. Golconda was the intellectual resort of literary men. Sultan Mahmud Quli Qutub Shah, a contemporary of Akbar, was very fond of literature and architecture. The Sultan was not only a great person of art and literature, but was a poet of mean order. He wrote in Dakkini Urdu, Persian and Telugu, and has left an extensive divan or collection. He was the first to introduce a secular note in poetry, apart from the praise of God and the Prophet. He wrote about nature, love, and the social life of his day. The growth of Urdu in its Dakkani form was a significant development during the period. The successors of Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah and many other poets and writers of the time adopted Urdu as a literary language. In addition to Persian, these writers drew on Hindi and Telugu for forms, idioms and themes as well as vocabulary. Urdu was patronized at the Bijapuri court also. The poet laureate Nusrati, who flourished during the middle of the 17th century, wrote a romantic tale about Prince Manohar, ruler of Kanak Nagar and Madhu Malati. From the Deccan, Urdu came to North India in the 18th century. In the field of architecture, Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah constructed many buildings, the most famous of which is the Char Minar. completed in 1591 to 1592. It stood at the center of the new city of Hyderabad, founded by Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah. It has four lofty arches facing the four directions. Its chief beauty are the four minarets, which are the four-storied and are 48 meters high. The double screen of arches had fine fine carvings. The rulers of Bijapur consistently maintained a high standard and an impeccable taste in architecture. The most famous Bijapuri buildings of the period are Ibrahim Roza and the Gol Gumbaz. The former was mausoleum for Ibrahim Adil Shah and shows the style at its best. The Gol Gumbaz, which was built in 1660, has the largest single dome ever constructed. All its proportions are harmonious, the large dome being balanced by tall, tapering minarets at the corner. It is said that a whisper on one side of a huge main room can be heard clearly on the other end. It will thus be seen that the Deccan states were able to maintain fine standards of communal harmony and also contributed in the fields of music, literature, and architecture. Thank you everyone for tuning in. In the next part, we will be starting with chapter number 15, that is India in the first half of the 17th century. Thank you for sticking with us. All the best for exams. Do share and subscribe the channel for more videos like this, and do keep supporting us. Thank you everyone.